Hey guys, Cole here. Welcome back to another Raid Challenge video with the single target nuker that is Fenax. His default skills is what makes him so good. We'll be going over this guy for this video. Fenax, so good at one, and I'm finally making a video about the guy, alright? Let's go and have a look at his skill before we have a look at the gear that I have and everything. I'm on the test server, by the way, so if you see the gems being like a big amount, it's not my main account, okay? It's the test server account. Okay. Attacks one enemy, place an extra hit if the target has any debuffs. Enemies killed by this skill cannot be revived. That's what makes him so good. Double hitting A1, and the A1 skill has a huge multiplier. I've seen crits of over 100,000 times 2, right, with this when there's a debuff on. And usually you want to have the defense down and the weekend on the enemies. He's so good for this because this can be used in the Ice Golem boss, which we have a tournament going on right now. And you can actually abuse Fenax to take out both of the ads on the sides of the Ice Golem and get the win really without that having to worry about the ads, getting revived, and actually just being very annoying, right? The A2 skill works very well as well. It has a good multiplier, good amount of damage coming out of this one, but it's not what we're trying to do with Fenax with this one. We'll just use it in the waves for now, but later on it's just the A1. We'll be looking at the A2 and A3. Attacks all enemies, block buffs. If that does not apply, you apply a block active skills, which is very solid if you're looking to apply some accuracy on Fenax, so he does his debuffs, right? And then his A3, if you want to have this decrease defense and decrease speed, that is so good. But again, what you want Fenax is for his A1 skill. That can be also very good for PvP as well, right? Masteries, of course, you go for Helm Smasher. When you're using somebody that you want to have block revive, you don't go War Master, you don't go Giant Slayer. Not because that's not good damage for against bosses, but more so for the block revive. If the War Master or Giant Slayer procs, which always happens at the end of the attack. So you'll see the attack, let's say for 100k. At the end of it, you're going to see like a 6k number with, let's say, the War Master proc. If that kills the target, the block revive will not happen. So it's very tricky, and that's how it works. I also went Cycle of Violence on him. I could have done Opportunist as an example for extra bit of damage on stun, sleep, fear targets. Stuff like that. And I went defense route. You can go support route, so let's say accuracy, and then even getting, let's say, Lore of Steel if you want the extra stats coming out of the support tree. I didn't go for that. I went for the counter through Retribution right there, and also through Deterrence, right? These are cool ones, especially for the Ice Golem. These work well. So the Ice Golem with Fenax, that is why he's so good. You won't only use him there once you see his true potential. So let's have a look at 20. We can look at 24, 25. He's not so good because of his affinity, his spirit. So spirit champions have a tough time on 25. I would suggest farming 20 and 24 if you are heavy on spirit champions. All right, so let's go on stage 20. We're not going to use this team. Let me just showcase a more reasonable team with, let's say, an arbiter in there. Right, so with this more reasonable team where you do have some specific synergy between champions, you have a defense down, you've got attack down, you've got an attack up, you got some poisons, which poisons help a ton with killing bosses like the Ice Golem and the Dragon, and then you got some nukers. The Royal Guard is not that great, to be honest, because it's very easy to proc that boss's skill. Which can be very annoying. But let's have a look at Fenax, right? So you go in here, you boost the attack. Let's do a decreased defense on everybody, which almost didn't land. Let's just do an A1 here from Frozen Banshee. Let's do a Royal Guard A2. Did some good damage there, but let's have a look at Fenax's A2 there. No decreased defense there. So A2 there, boom, look at that, 126k, and then a block buff as well. No decreased defense. That kind of sucked, but we're going to take it out now. Going into the next wave, we'll just put it on auto. And let's have a look at Fenax once he does his A3 skill here. He should do that. 100k there with his default skill, with his A3 skill. Very strong, and I'm loving Fenax. I mean, the gear is very good, and many champions with that kind of gear would be just amazing. But let's have a look at the A1, which is the point of the whole point of the video, right? Boom, 117. 136k. That was like a double hit. It's insane. I know that the gear is not that easily accessible to have all that, but still the potential is there, and depending on what you have, look at that, 136k is insane. So the bad thing is that the AI, I did not set the AI just yet, but the AI would have done every single other skill. But the whole point here is to showcase the the A1, all right? You want to have a block revive. Let's see without a defense down on weekend if we can actually block this this guy down. We had the extra debuff there, so that helped us do a double hitting attack. So that was the one block revive, 97k and then 100k. There's no way that it would have survived, honestly. Royal Guard did his... See, if I had locked out his A2 there, he could have done it, and then block revive that other ad, and boom, there's the revive. That's what you don't want to see, because when those ads revive, the boss does so much damage. He ignores 50% of your defense for each ad that revives. So that is why it's becoming very tough on me to survive, even with the decreased attack on the boss. You see there, we took that big hit there. 87k with no debuffs. That kind of sucked. Is Royal Guard gonna do his A2? Look at that big burst. And then boom, Fenax goes in for the kill. 189k with his skill. Let me just set this up properly with the AI and see how this works. So right now I'm just gonna lock out his A2 and then lock out his A3. I mean, you can have the A2 if you want that extra little bit of damage, but I want the block revives, and you saw how much damage we can do with that. So we'll just go in again, and we'll see this in action. We'll see the big burst potential coming in there. So defense down on everybody. Boom, the A2. Boom, the A2 there. 110k. Definitely helped take down the waves. Of course, the defense down helps a lot in terms of damage potential. So let's see the A3. 65k. Not so bad. Again, no debuffs. No debuffs. So Stagnite there needs to be rotating through if you don't have something to reduce your cooldowns. Look at that block revive there. Don't really need it for that part of the wave. Ooh, that reflect is gonna hurt a lot, both the Royal Guard and Fenax. But that's why we've got Arbiter in there. Arbiter is a big crucial part of building teams that actually help you survive more because of that extra revive that you have in the team. All right, Royal Guard killed himself. We don't mind because he's gonna revive it in a little bit. We want to see a decreased defense from there. It is. And we've locked out, oh my god, so close. We had locked out the there it is, 142k, 153k. Insanity coming out of Fenax, right? Insanity in terms of the A1. One of the ads is now down. Boom. Did his A3 there? Did I not lock it out? That was so weird. I thought I locked it out for sure. Anyway, we'll just have to wait. Maybe it did not activate the custom preset. He uses his A2. There's the A1 again, 141, 165. Now it's pretty much just easy cruising through. Boom, boom, 144, 149. Revive blocked. So good. 104, 113. We die there, but that's basically on me because I have a very squishy team. Although the decreased attack makes wonders, and now you have the poisons to help you take down the boss. Look at Frozen Banshee being an MVP. Just the whole synergy behind the team here. Even if everybody else doesn't get revived, just Frozen Banshee just stacking up those poisons, and then once the boss takes a turn, he dies. It's the same way that Dragon works. That's why I say if you can build a Dragon team, you can do an Ice Golem team. You just need a decreased attack somewhere in there. And the block revives did wonders there in helping me actually survive the hits later on, because the boss would have revived and do those multi-hits there when he proc because he lost a lot of health. And that would have been the worst, right? So let's have a look at Fenax somewhere else except for the Ice Golem. Let's have a look at Arena and see if I can do something in Arena. I'm not seeing anybody. I'm not going to go against Scratch and Dia there with those champions. So instead, let's go maybe try a damage potential in Fire Knight. All right, let's do Fire Knight 20. Let's go have a look at stage 20. Let's see the big damage potential coming out of Fenax. Let's boost. Let's have everybody do their do what they're supposed to, right? Boom, poisons, and then more poisons. As we said, we're gonna have a look at the A1 first. Let's see. Boom, 180k. We didn't even need the second attack to come in. All right, the second attack would have come in if we didn't have enough damage. All right, so we did, let's say 100k, then he would have done the second attack because it would be needed. So 180k, and that would have been probably another 180k. So I want to see his A2 now with everything that is set up currently. Let's see. Boom, 170k, 149k. so strong. But honestly, that A1 hits harder. A1 hits harder than anything else. It's just insane. I love this guy. I love it, especially when you need those block revives. I would say the block revives are mostly needed for the Ice Golem compared to anything else. The block revives do not work in the Spider's Den. They don't work in Dragon's Lair because there's no ads or Fire Knight. So really, Ice Golem is where he shines the most. He shines also in Arena if you're looking for a Spirit champion that has a block revive. That's not Armiger, okay? You cannot really use Armiger in Arena because he doesn't scale that well in terms of his A2 and hitting targets that are enemy champions instead of enemy max HP targets. So this was a showcase of Fenax, the epic one skill wonder, right? Default skill wonder that is Fenax. I really enjoyed using him with this gear that I had on him on the test server. I think the A1 is fantastic. Works very well for the Ice Golem. If you're looking for something that is more consistent, works well in a synergy of champions, because the Ice Golem is not just go in there, burst it down. You need a decrease attack more often than not, especially for mid to end game teams. That definitely helps you survive more than just having a block revive. But the block revive really does wonders. He can work in other situations as well. The Sacred Order tag that he has, the faction that he has, also works for the faction wars, since in there the final boss has that nasty counter attack. So Fenax can be used for both high damage in there, but also for blocking the revive of the ads that the boss has for the faction wars. He can help you get that final star that you're looking for. So definitely check out Fenax. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.